Greetings, Royal Family. Thanks for clicking on the video and welcome back to the channel if you're a returning Royal Family member. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is RHOA and we are the Royal Family. Cynthia Bailey Hill and Lanethia Leakes, okay? Sometimes they're friends, sometimes they're not. So recently, Nene Leakes did an interview, and it seemed like some of her words may have got misconstrued. She is being accused of trashing Cynthia Bailey for not attending the celebration of life for her late husband, Greg Leakes, okay? Cynthia Bailey took it upon herself to do a interview, I guess, and explain why she wasn't in attendance for this celebration of life. This resulted in Nene Leakes not too long ago sharing videos to her Instagram stories where she explains what happened at the radio station, how she feels, and she wants people to leave her alone. Okay, so Radar Online was the article, or was the outlet that states Nene Leakes trashes Cynthia Bailey for handling of husband Greg's passing, shades housewives for going in on group flowers. Okay, this is as per Radar Online. So the article reads, Nene Leakes is still the queen of shade, while the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum and recent widow is grateful her former co-stars and franchise family came together to help her grieve the recent loss of her husband, Greg Leakes. She has a few bones to pick. Okay, stopping by radio station V103, Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B, the 53-year-old mother of two dished on the status of her various up and down relationships with the women after Greg's passing early last month seemingly brought everyone together. So Nene says, during Greg's passing, every housewife in the entire franchise has reached out to me. This is what she said on the radio station, right? She said, Kim Zolciak has definitely texted me since Greg has passed, and she has stayed in touch since then. This is what she explained. She goes on to say, so I would say that we are okay. All right. Now, you guys know that Kim and Nene, they went from best friends to enemies, and seemingly they're okay now, right? Both Zolciak and Kenya Moore, another of Nene's frenemies, set aside their feuds with the ex-reality star to comfort her in the days leading up to Greg's passing from colon cancer, right? However, Nene's friendship with Cynthia Bailey is still apparently very much on the rocks, as the former dished to the radio host that the recently fired Real Housewives of Atlanta star did not attend Greg's funeral. This is so shady, but this is the juicy stuff that people want to hear. Now, hold on, y'all. Got to get through this article before I play the video on Nene's Instagram, right? Just to kind of give you a timeline and to help it make sense. Now, Nene goes on to say during the V103 interview, she did come like a week later after everything was done. She came by my lounge, right? Now, the article, whoever wrote this, is basically saying that Nene was very nonchalant in her response when she was giving this explanation. Shady. Nene explained that it was really hard to explain Housewives because she considers the group to be almost like a dysfunctional family, but they all reach out, and Nene insisted that they all sent flowers or something. The topic of flowers actually reminded Leakes of another issue she had with the group. Apparently, several of her co-stars chipped in and sent her a bouquet she estimated cost them around $200. Given that they quote-unquote all work, Nene was quote-unquote surprised by the apparently low-budget gesture. Nene says, the first set of flowers I got was a bouquet from like all the housewives, like they went in together. I'm like, why do y'all need to go in together and buy some damn flowers? Like, you know, all of y'all work. You don't need to do, let's go in. Oh, she's basically saying y'all don't need to go in together and buy $200 worth of flowers. Like, you can swing your own $200. That's the way I've always been. So this is what Nene said during the interview. She was a little bit confused, I guess, as to why the ladies would pitch in together to buy flowers, right? Now, let me shift gears to the people.com article where Cynthia Bailey reveals why she missed Nene Leakes' husband's funeral, and she says that she felt bad. So this article reads, Cynthia Bailey has no ill will towards Nene Leakes, or her late husband Greg. Earlier this week, Nene, 53, appeared on the Atlanta-based radio station V103, where she discussed her late husband's passing and how her former RHOA co-star did not attend his memorial services. Then they quoted what Nene said again. She didn't even come to the repast. This is what Nene said in the video from the radio show appearance, which was captured and shared on Instagram by the Neighborhood Talk. She did come like a week later after everything was done. She came by my lounge. So see, this is where context matters, because a lot of times we want our news so quick, clipped, chopped, screwed, short, and people take sound bites and post them all over social media with no context in front of, in between, or behind it. So I think this is what prompted Nene to make the Instagram video that I am going to show. Please make sure you like this video. And this is why she seems to come across as frustrated, right? I know that everybody has a job to do. We want to make some of these news stories. Some people want to make news stories as salacious as possible, but I just think it sucks because now she is getting, it seems like people are coming at her and she's overwhelmed and she's finding herself having to explain herself. It's just a mess. Let me finish reading this article. Please make sure you like the video. Thanks. Okay. Speaking with the New York Post, page 6, Bailey, why do they always put their age in there? 54. She looks great for 54. Nene looks great for 53. Anyway, explained that her reasoning for not attending Greg's services, telling the outlet that she and her husband, Mike Hill, were not present as they were out of town at the time. Bailey added to the outlet that she felt, quote unquote, so bad about not being able to make an appearance, but it allowed her to have a more personal and intimate connection with Nene a week later. Cynthia says, I'm really glad, honestly, looking back, that I didn't make it to the actual celebration of life, because I think if I had, I never would have had the moment that I got to have with her, just hanging out with her at her lounge and pretty much closing the place down. This is what Cynthia told page 6. She continues, we really got to spend some one-on-one time together, and I know that wouldn't have happened had I been there with everyone else. I decided that once I got back to Atlanta, I really wanted to, just try to see her. Okay, she says, I wanted to give my condolences, and I just give in my respect out of respect for Greg in person. Now, understanding that she and Nene have a relationship that is not always on the best of terms, Bailey, she told page 6 that Greg's passing was bigger than all of that. And she asked Marlo Hampton, who's a mutual friend of the pair, to be there, when she reached out to Nene. She says, I was like, okay, let's go. This is what she said to Marlo Hampton. I need you to go with me, and hopefully she doesn't slam the door in my face. Okay. Though she described their time together as a little awkward at first, Bailey said that she and Nene embraced in a hug and were fine after some time speaking with one another. Okay. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so let's get to the good stuff. This is Nene Leakes on her Instagram stories, sharing exactly what happened, her interpretation. Like to hear it? Here you go.
Guys, it's Nene. No makeup. But listen, I just had to jump on here to just say a couple of things really, really fast to you guys. First, I love you guys. And thank you so much for loving me, okay? The next thing is, there are some people in the world who live in negativity consistently throughout their entire life. And then there's sometimes in life where you have people who are stalkers, who actually stalk your life. I want to say everyone that reached out to me during the time that Greg was sick and during the time he was crossing over, I am so grateful. I am so grateful for everyone and everything. I'm so grateful. Listen, I'm very much a person that if you ask me something, I'm going to tell you. Yes, I am learning that every question does not need to be answered. I got that. But I want to say thank you to Tigger and V103 for having me on the show yesterday as a guest co-host. We had a super positive show. Obviously, any show that I do, they're going to ask me about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay? They did. I spoke positive of everyone. I have nothing negative to say. I don't. My time on the show was what it was. I have nothing anything to say about any person, nothing. I'm done talking about all of that. Okay? So, they asked me if the Real Housewives sent condolences or gifts or anything. Everywhere I go, people ask me this stuff, okay? I get asked this stuff every single day. I said 1,000,000 times. Every single person that I can think of, maybe one or two didn't, the entire franchise reached out. The black girls and the white girls, okay? Bravo reached out. That included Andy, all the executives. Everyone reached out. The camera people on the ground, the production crew, everyone reached out. I was asked about gifts that were given. No, before I was asked about that, I was asked about if Cynthia attended Greg's repast. No, she didn't. I answered the question very honestly. I'm a very honest person. She did not attend. Did it bother me that she didn't attend? No. Seemed like it bothered other people because other people were always coming to me asking me about it. It didn't bother me. She showed up a week or so later at the lounge. Great. We had an amazing time. I think she said somewhere we had a great time. It was awkward for about 10 minutes and we had a great time. We had an amazing time. We laughed, we partied, we had a ball. It didn't really bother me. Okay? It just didn't. Greg's sickness was what it was. He understood what he was going through. He knew he was going to die. We had these conversations 1,000,000,000,000 times, okay? I was asked about the gifts that the girls gave. I was asked what gifts the Real Housewives gave, or if they gave a gift or something I can't remember the exact question it was. And, you know, I'm kind of fly at the mouth sometimes. So I said some little something on the side. But what the truth is, since we're speaking on the truth, I did receive flowers from the Real Housewives cast. And it lists their names: Kenya, Candy, Cynthia, Marlo. I think that's what it said. And I later said, I had a conversation with Marlo about it when she came to me. And I said, I did get the flowers. I just, you know, everybody had to chip in to get me a set of flowers. We were just kind of talking about it. It's just the truth. And I at that moment when she and I were having the conversation, I did feel a way because Todd's mother passed some years ago. Greg and I catered all of this food to his mom in New York, and Marlo's brother passed, and I sent, you know, things to cater for Marlo. And but later, Candy sent me a huge bouquet of flowers. We text each other. I told her how much I thanked her. Marlo sent me money after that to buy things with for the repast. I'm grateful for everything. Like, we had the conversation. They bought a bouquet of flowers. It didn't matter. My house was like a garden. Okay. I got flowers from everybody from around the world. Okay. Flowers came in from everywhere, and I am grateful. Okay. I just don't feel like I have to get on here and break it down and explain, because I'm doing it because we had such a positive, fun show, and I never spoke negative of anyone. And my stalker is consistently speaking of me, but I'm telling you, I'm not the one. You need to stop your stuff, because you know I am not the one. I'm over here trying to live in a positive light. Please, I'm asking you to leave me alone. I want to say thank you to all of you who have consistently supported me. I do not care if you sent a gift. I don't care if you made a comment. I don't care what it was. I am grateful for everything. I'm grateful for each and every last one of you. Thank you so much. My circle of support has been absolutely amazing. The people that are consistently checking on me and consistently supported me. You know I love you, and I thank you. Thank all of you. Whatever you did it, and I appreciate it. Whether it was big or small, I really appreciate it. And I know Greg truly appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I love you. Gotta go get some makeup now.
Okay, so she shared that picture. It's not done yet. It's not done yet.
Please leave me alone. I'm asking that. All of you guys, please leave me alone. I wish my husband had not died. I would not be dealing with any of this. Please leave me the fuck alone.
Wow. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So Nene Leakes pretty much responds to, I'm sure, a whole bunch of media outlets giving her criticism, saying that she shaded Cynthia or trashes Cynthia, saying that she shaded the housewives. Now, Nene did admit that, she can be flip at the mouth. And she did mention, the ladies of the housewives going in to get one set of bouquet of flowers, or everyone pitching in for a group bouquet of flowers. And then she mentions Todd's mother passing and how she offered her services in the form of, paying for catering, and Marlo's loved one passed away. So she kind of admitted, she breezed past it, but she kind of admitted that she felt, I guess she felt some type of way that the ladies, pitched together and just gave one gift or a bouquet of flowers. Tell me what you guys think. What I think is that Nene should completely unplug from social media. You have enough resources where someone can run the Lenithia Lounge page, Instagram page. You don't need to be on the internet. It seems as though maybe V103, or not V103, but a couple of other media outlets, Radar Online, which I've read from, kind of twisted it to make it kind of salacious. But then on the back end, when you're explaining it, Nene, you kind of subtly admitting that you were throwing a little shade. You admitted to being flip at the mouth. You mentioned what you did for Todd, what you did for Marlo. So you did say you felt kind of a way, and maybe, the backlash is too much. The criticism is too much, which I understand, and this is a sensitive time right now for you. So I think it would be wise to completely unplug from social media. Because everything that you say, or anything that you say, especially about the housewives, because that's a sore subject for Nene, it's going to be misconstrued. It's going to be salacious. And the titles are just going to be, to grab people's attention. So I think that you should unplug. You guys drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. I know a lot of you who are not fans of Nene, but just try to be as compassionate as possible if you choose to. But share your thoughts. I hope I did a good job kind of explaining the timeline and breaking everything down. Drop down in the comments, sound off, like the video if you liked it. If you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to the channel. You can click my face on the right. If you just want to watch another video, click that video box on the left. Can't wait to read your comments. I love you for watching. And as always, until next time, peace.